question came, we mentioned about the spirituality of performing wudu before prayer. So we said, do we understand the spirituality of it? To the extent that if a person took a shower at 12 o'clock and then wanted to pray at 12:30, they would still have to do what? Make a wudu. So one of the brothers said, but what if I make the wudu in the shower? Yeah, that's correct. If a person makes wudu in the shower with the intention of wudu, it's accepted. What I meant is if a person just soap and water, not making a wudu at 12, then at 12:30 he would still have to perform a wudu, which means that wudu is not only the physical cleansing, it's a spiritual cleansing. It's a spiritual cleansing. So it's upon us to spiritually prepare ourselves for the approaching or for the coming of the blessed month of Ramadan. And for Muslims that have this mentality of, let me do as much sin, because once Ramadan enters, I can't do it. I can't listen to music anymore. I can't watch Netflix anymore. I can't go to the movies anymore. I can't date anymore. How are you spiritually preparing yourself for the blessed month of Ramadan? That's not how it's done. That's not how it's done. And likewise, that's not how a person views such a blessing from Allah. A person, and Ramadan is a blessing. Ramadan is a purification, a month of purification. Ramadan is a month of cleansing. Ramadan is a month of elevation. Ramadan is a mercy. Ramadan is a month of forgiveness. Allah wants to forgive. Allah wants to have mercy. Allah wants to elevate. Allah Azza wa Jal has decreed that we fast for a number of days, ayyam ma'dudat, a number of days, but the reward for it is elevated. The reward for it is elevated. The Prophet ﷺ saying, Man sama Ramadan imanan wa ihtisaba, whoever fasts Ramadan with faith and seeking reward, his sins are forgiven. Whoever prays Laylatul Qadr with faith and seeking rewards, his sins are forgiven. Laylatul Qadri khayrun min alfi shahr. The night of decree is better than 1,000 months. So a person prepares that with increasing in sin? Is that how we view the most blessed month of the year? Is that how we view the best month? The month that has the best night? The month of the Quran? شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن, the month of Ramadan in which the Quran was revealed. Ibn Abbas radiallahu anhuma said that the Prophet ﷺ was the most generous, and the most generous that he used to be was in Ramadan, because Jibreel used to visit him and review the Quran. Is that how we welcome Ramadan, with sin? That makes no sense, and that tells you how warped some of us are. Let me do more sin. Let me watch more movies. Let me listen to more music. Let me complete this series on Netflix. Why? Because next week I can't do it. So you're acting like a shaitan. Because the shayateen, with their knowledge of them being shackled up next week, they are racing. They are racing. Let me do whatever I can. Evil here, evil there, evil everywhere. Right? Because next week I'm going to be locked up for 30 days. So they're the ones racing to do evil. But you got Muslims trying to do the same thing. Right? You have Muslims acting like jinns. Let me do everything I can. Evil. SubhanAllah. SubhanAllah. Instead of, and we mentioned the questions, instead of, how can this Ramadan be better? How can I benefit the most? How can I extract the most? How can I get closer to Allah? How can I be more pious? Those questions are far from many of our minds. Instead, and these are halal questions, instead, how much weight do I intend to lose during Ramadan? Which type of meals, exotic meals, do I intend to cook in Ramadan? Others, what Eid outfit do I want to wear for Eid? Those questions are secondary. As we say, بعدين مو الحين. After, wait. Now is the time. The Prophet ﷺ said, the Prophet ﷺ used to congratulate his companions. قد جاءكم شهر رمضان شهر مبارك. Congratulations, Ramadan is here. And Ibn Rajab rahimahullah ta'ala said the Prophet used to say this before Ramadan came. قد جاءكم شهر رمضان. It's here, it's here. Ramadan Mubarak. It's a blessed month. The doors of paradise are open, the doors of hell are closed, the shayateen are locked up. So they were anticipating it with joy. They were anticipating it with joy, happiness. Not, let me do all of this because I'm going to be in jail next week. Yeah, you will be in jail with the shayateen. You'll be in jail with the shayateen. May Allah rectify the affairs of the Muslims.